morning, everyone. Sorry,
Good
that was
morning.
the second time that we played. So I played the intro, and then about halfway, I don't know, it was pretty much the end of the countdown. I stopped it, and I was like, "Hope, I didn't press the go live."
Yeah, I thought it
So
was funny that, like, it just, like, cut off and you're like, "Hope." I'm like, "What's wrong?"
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
definitely a Monday, but we'll just
Mhm.
kind of go along. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Jenny. Good morning, Susie. So, as you guys can see, Pastor Larry is again not here. Good morning, Bethany. So, we enlisted Hope to kind of just help me out, and
Yep.
I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll kind of
Who knows with us?
wing it, you know.
Yep.
But I did want to say thank you to everyone that came to the spaghetti lunch yesterday for the children's camp fundraiser. Had a really good turnout. I was telling Hope that we sold over 100 tickets, and then we had about 10 tickets that were sold yesterday morning too. So we had a lot of people. I don't think there was any leftovers from what I know. So that was really good.
Wow.
Very good. Good morning, Jose. So well, Hope, since you're not here, you
Mhm.
want to tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Man, a lot. Still college. We have 3 weeks left, including this week. So next week's the last week of classes, and then the next week after that is finals.
Mhm.
So, love that. Just continuing to be involved in First Baptist Portales. I help with their children's ministry, and they have a really good college ministry, young adult ministry, which is cool. And just helping out at the BSU, I do the slides and the sound, but it's nothing compared to what FBC Cloudcraft does at all. So yeah, that kind of keeps me busy. But yeah, pretty much it.
Cool. Sounds like you're busy,
Yep.
but I'm sure the last 3 weeks will go by pretty fast for you.
Yeah, one of my professors, she did this for midterms, like, she canceled the classes the week of midterms, and so she canceled classes next week,
Mm-hmm.
uh, so that's nice. So, yeah, to kind of give me a break. Unfortunately, it's, like, in the middle of where all my classes are, so I can't, like,
Mm.
sleep in longer because I have a class before and after that, so, yeah.
Well, at least that'll make it just a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And then you can
So
study.
yeah. Yep, and I'm still discipling, which is always fun. So I feel like we both get like more out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Studies, how's life, college these days in today's world? It's actually kind of gone back to normal. When the mask mandate was lifted in February, we didn't have to wear masks, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's pretty much the same. We get emails every day, like COVID, like symptoms, like tracker or whatever, but nobody fills those out. And you're supposed to like fill them out every day. And like every time you enter a building, you're
Oh
supposed to
my!
show that you filled it out, but nobody does that.
I think
So
everyone's just kind of done. I mean, it's like the governor or like a news channel in Albuquerque still do, today's count, of COVID, and everyone's just like, man, like whatever.
yeah. What was funny is so interesting to see, like, the mixed reviews of,
Hmm.
the mask mandate. So, like, my marketing professor was like, "I can see your pretty faces now," and then my econ professor, like, still wears his mask.
Yeah.
So
Well, I've heard like a lot from the school is that kids like, because you have to think like some of these kids, I mean, came into kindergarten wearing a mask,
mhm,
and that's all they've known for 2 years, basically. I mean, and so now that there's not like a mask mandate, like they don't know how to cover their mouth when they cough or sneeze.
right.
They were
What
using their masks like a tissue, and
What's
ugh.
funny is I don't hide my facial expressions very well, and so with the mask, I could kind of get away with it. But now when somebody asks like a very like weird answer, or like a question, I
Hmm.
just show it on my face, so I have to work on that. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's pretty normal, which is nice. So I'm hoping it stays that way. So,
very cool.
yep.
So, just in case some people don't know, you're going into marketing, correct?
Yes, it's business administration with an emphasis in marketing.
Cool.
So
And what kind of are your plans? Like future
that's
plans,
that's a
without
great
giving too much away,
that's a great question. I kind of have an idea. So I think it'd be really cool to own my small business at one point in my life. So that's like the end goal. But I feel like it'd be cool to work for like a company and to be on their marketing team.
Hmm.
Even I think it'd be cool to work like at a church and help with marketing, you know?
Yeah.
Um, I think it's very different. Like nonprofits are very different from businesses, like in so many
Hmm.
ways, and even, like the marketing aspect is very different. So I don't know. I think it'd be cool to work. I don't know on a marketing team in some aspect. So
Yeah. I think you're just used to church because we grew up in one.
yeah, yeah,
But I mean, the atmosphere is really different. I mean, like working somewhere it can be a Christian company.
hmm,
The atmosphere is different versus like being like in a church atmosphere. I mean,
yeah,
at least most churches. I mean, most churches
yeah.
run an actual business, but
Yeah, and I feel like the big difference is, like, with, like, an actual company that has a product, you have a product to market.
mhm.
With nonprofits, you really don't have that, so you kinda, like, have to market the events, what's happening, you know? What are some key points you have learned so far in market of
Oh,
ministry?
Jose, your questions are so good.
I didn't know I was gonna have to have a pop quiz. No, it's fine, this
I
morning,
told you we would wing it.
oh, man. The biggest thing, so my dad he signed all 3 of us up, for this thing called Church Marketing University,
Which is
and
amazing.
yeah, and so, it's really cool to see because I really like the social media aspect of marketing. So they have, like, these, like, templates, like, these courses that you can take on just different things in marketing in churches. And so I've just been really diving into the social media aspect of it, and it makes sense too. But what I've taken away is just engage. You just can't post and just leave it.
Right.
You have to, when somebody comments, the idea is to comment back, especially in church and
Mhm.
ministry, because you want that sense of community. Um, and they're talking about you just can't do church at a church building anymore. It's so much online in that aspect, which is really cool. I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of like I find a lot of things fascinating. So when I
Mhm.
changed my major, like I wasn't just like, oh, this is boring, like I find
Right.
it cool. What's funny though, Hillary, is so I guess dad can track our progress on the courses,
Mhm.
and I like signed up and did my profile. That's all I've done because I've been in college. And
Yeah.
he goes, one day I was looking on there and Hillary's done like a good amount of progress and you just haven't. I'm like, that's so weird considering I'm taking 15 credit hours, dad.
The thing too is hard on that website is you have to do like actual quizzes and stuff. And
Yes.
yes, and so it's like you can watch the video as many times as you want, but in order to like go through the course, like you have to like take all the little quizzes and stuff, which
Yeah.
they're not hard. I mean, but
It's just very tedious. Yeah.
yeah,
But I'm just like, "Oh, that's so funny." I'll,
yeah, that
be a
is
little
funny.
stalker that way. You can track.
Well, we all know about his Snapchat addiction.
Yeah.
can take it online. It is online, Jose, but what I'm not sure about, I don't know if you have to be part of a church to sign up or if you can be an individual. That's what I don't know. But I can definitely find that out for you and get back with you on the answer because I'm not quite sure. Hope, what do you think?
Yeah, I think because it asked me what church, and I had to be invited.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to have an invitation. So yeah,
But we'll see for you, Jose. We'll
yeah,
find out for sure. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that they teach, and they push a lot of like the Text in Church app too.
hmm
And that's something that I like about that website is like they show you like different like kinds of apps to use or
yeah. What's
and stuff.
cool is they have like this. They send out like this template every month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's template, but they send out this document every month, and it's basically like they give you like day-to-day suggestions what to post on social media, which is cool with like the pictures and like even the captions, which
Mm-hmm.
is cool. So they really just like give it all out to you, and you have like so like I'm in a social media group where it's just like a group chat almost, and you can like bounce
Mm-hmm.
ideas off each other from other people and stuff. So that's really cool.
Yeah. And what everyone probably doesn't know is all of our Easter slides and most of our like videos and stuff actually come from the church university. Dad takes because you get that for free every month. And so all of our Easter slides, most of our countdowns, all that kind of stuff comes from that website too. So they make it super easy just to kind of like take it and then just plug it in and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So yeah,
How are you? What's happening in your life?
camp. I'm just kidding. Camp. I think this is like almost the calm before the storm because
Mhm,
you know I'm gonna be out of town for a week and then come back and then BBS and then after BBS and it's camp and I'm going. Well, I was told I'm going to at least one camp, but then Dad came back and said I might go to two or three. So
mhm,
depends on how many sponsors. So you and I might be going to the same youth camp. We'll see. See what happens.
mhm.
So,
Oh, yeah.
but it's just getting busy.
Mhm, yeah. It's yeah. I so my classes, my last final is May 13th, and
Mm-hmm.
so I get like a week maybe. Yeah, a week before PBS. So, yeah, but yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, and like camps all like they're not the same camp, but like you have youth camp, like different ages, children's camp, like all throughout the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, the first two children's camps are actually in June. I think one of
Oh,
them
wow.
is the first week in June, and then the other one's like the last week in June. So, I mean, they're all pretty close together,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Mm, yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm focusing on and
Mhm.
getting ready for. And I don't know, there's always lots to do. So,
Yeah. Yep.
so.
I'm so tired.
It is my day.
I'm like, I have a 9 o'clock class, and I usually get up at like 8:15, and just get ready. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah.
Well, I know we kind of talked about it last week, but is there anything like new that God's working or like trying to show you or I know a lot's happening. So
Mhm. Um, I think so. So one girl and I were that I'm discipling. We're doing like this little mini Bible study before
Mhm.
classes end, and it's called Fire and Faithfulness. I think it's on Right Now Media. But it's
Mhm.
talking about being a believer in a world that hates God. And so that's been kind of cool to kind of go through, and we only have done like the first session, but the first session talked about that as believers we can still thrive in a world that hates God by
Mhm.
trusting God. And so I don't know, the first for the video, the first question was, do you think Christians can live in a world that hates God? And
Mhm.
the answer is yes, but I feel like a lot of Christians don't think that, um,
Right.
and so it's just been really opening my eyes about what I should be doing in this world, because
Right.
it's not getting any better,
Mhm.
um, and so that's just been really cool. Like I said, we've only done the first step, like first session, but it's just been really cool to see that even though we're in this world, we can still trust God and what He's doing. And we're going through Daniel, so which is
Oh, that's really cool.
yeah.
So are you going to
So
be able to finish the Bible study before you guys are done, or?
so it's 4 sessions.
Mhm.
So we did one last week. We're doing one this week, and then the next week we're gonna do 2 sessions. So that way we'll be done by. So we won't have any on finals week
Mhm.
because scheduling is crazy on finals week,
Oh yeah.
anyways. So yeah. What's funny is like so they have like Right Now Media, it has like a study guide that you can download for free. And the questions are like, there's so many questions. And so I think for the ones that we do 2 sessions, I'll kind of not do all of it, but kind of pick the important parts out of
Yeah.
it.
This
So
is cool. I love Right Now Media. They have some really cool like tools, and they do
yeah,
like watch parties. Like you can, it's kind of like Zoom, except it's through Right Now Media website, and you can have like I don't know up to 10, maybe 20 people join.
yeah.
But
Was it? It's like the Netflix for Christian Bible studies.
yeah, and
And
except now I think the new feature that they came out with either this year or last year is the study guides, is what you're talking about,
yeah,
which is
which
really
is
cool.
cool because like some of them you have to buy the book. So I know like
Mhm.
a lot of like Jenny Allen studies you have to like buy the book, but a lot of them you can just download for free, which is nice.
Yeah, and on the Jenny Allen ones, because I looked at it, because for the women's Bible study, we're doing one right now, and so I looked at her latest one, which is Finding Your People.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so hers has the study guide, but it also has the discussion questions,
Oh,
because
okay.
all of her Bible studies have discussion questions with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And what's funny is like when looking for a Bible study to do, like with like another person, I'm like, oh, this one looks cool, like just for me. Oh, this one looks cool. Oh, this one, so like my watch list has like a lot of Bible studies that, that I think would be cool to do.
Yeah. And I like what I like about Right Now Media is they have stuff for like babies all the way to, I mean, I don't know, they have all sorts of topics like marriage and relationships and
Hmm.
like teens and preteens. And do you know
Yeah.
that they have a cooking one? That they have like, so I forget what exactly it's called. It's called something table. And so the lady who does it, tells like a Bible story and or
Hmm.
like a lesson, and then she has like a chef come on, and like the chef does like a recipe. So
Oh.
I don't know, like I thought that was kind of, I mean it's an interesting concept. I didn't quite know how like her Bible stories would tie in with like food, but you know.
Mhm, that's cool. My favorite so when I used to do the preschool, um, at church, my favorite I think it's at least my favorite kids Bible study is called What's in the Bible. That one is
Mhm.
really good. It's by Phil Vischer, who did Veggie Tales, and
Mhm.
he so like he Phil Vischer on VeggieTales, he did a lot of the voices, and so on What's in the Bible, like a lot of the voices are very similar because he's doing all the voices again, and
Mhm.
it's really cool. It really breaks down the Bible that like that young kids can understand.
Yeah.
Um, and I've told you this, Hillary, but my favorite part in What's in the Bible is they're talking about Joseph in the Coat of Many Colors, and they're talking about how like his brothers sold him to slavery, and then there's like these two puppets that are brothers, and they're like British, and one of them was like, "That's so awful! Like I can't even imagine selling your own brother." And the other brother goes, "I sold you to the neighbors once." And the puppet was like, "What?" And he's like, "Don't tell mom. They gave you back."
That's funny.
But
That's
it's
funny.
just it's like there's comedy, but I feel like like it kind of goes over the kids' heads, you know?
Yeah,
But it's like so like there's comedy for the adults and stuff. But that was so funny. So yeah.
that's very good. One that I did for kids club before I started doing the resurrection was allegories. And
Oh, is it with the owls?
yes, and so it
Okay.
looks kind of, I don't know, it looks questionable in the beginning, but it's kind of cute. They have like in the video, it's like classroom setting, and so the professor, they don't call him a teacher, they call him a professor. They do like a saying or like a chant kind of like to get them ready
Mhm.
to like to learn. And it's, I didn't think my kids were like watching, and then we stopped, and like every Wednesday, Miss Hillary, are we gonna finish allegories? And I'm like,
Aw.
I guess we will eventually, but how?
That's funny.
But yeah, there's some really good
Yeah.
studies.
Mhm.
You just have to kind of like look. Like they have financial ones, they
Mhm.
have topical studies, like all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah, they have like books of Bible studies, like I like it how they do like Bible studies for women, Bible studies for men, you know, Bible studies for young adults. You know, they really break it up really good.
yeah,
And yeah.
well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So well, thank you everyone for hopping joining in today. Wednesday, Jim and my dad will talk about the sermon. That'll be
Mhm.
fun. And then next Monday, my dad's gonna have to go solo because I won't be here. So
Yep.
unless Hope jumps in, but otherwise
Maybe
he
I'll jump in again. Who knows?
So well, thanks everyone for joining in. I hope you guys have a great day. Um, we'll pray real quick. So God, I just thank you for today, and I just thank you for everyone that's joined in, and I hope that you help them to have a great week. And just to remember that you are our focus and you're what we're striving for. And I pray this in your holy and precious name. Amen. So, everyone, have a great week.
Bye.